I'd like to call the meeting of the Economic Development Committee to order. The time is 7:42. It is September 25th, and I'll take a roll call vote. Rich?
Bizardi, present.
Lala?
Silverage present.
Mark?
White, present.
And Reap present. All right, first item on the agenda are the minutes from September 18th. I didn't even check. I don't know if they're in the packet or I did send them to everybody, right? Yeah. Good. Anybody have any comments or corrections to the minutes?
Nope, they look good to me. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the EDC meeting of September 18th, 2025.
Second.
Mark, that was you seconding, right?
Yep.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, take a roll call vote. Lala?
Silverage, aye.
Rich?
Bizardi, aye.
Mark?
White, aye.
And Reap, aye. Okay, so we will move on to the next item, which is about Village for a Day. So some updates. I saw Megan had communicated with Pete Henry from from True West, and originally he was interested in coming, but then he noted that, well, when Megan told him that we weren't going to be able to serve alcohol, he decided that it probably wasn't worth it for him. Especially because when we estimate only 175 people and that there would be another food vendor, I think he felt like it's not worth it. So we don't have True West coming. We do have Kith and Kin, and we also have the Regency, and they're coming with cookies. But I don't know whether you guys think we should aim to get another food vendor to see if there is somebody else we could find, or whether we should just kind of coast and go with the one food truck.
What's the food truck? What does Kim
called
have?
Kith and Kin, and quite honestly, I don't know. They do operate a restaurant in Hudson. I can look it up. Oh, thanks, Ian.
Yep, looks like American fare.
I mean, while the idea of having a local vendor there, like, we're locked in on the no beer and wine, right? That's a done deal. There's no going back on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, ideally we'd have a couple, but like, I'd like a local, as opposed to bringing in another food truck per se. We did talk to Oscar's, right? But he wants people to come to his shop.
Yeah, because it's quite a production that for him to bring his operation up there. So we said that we would put him on the map. And the same thing for what?
What about the Minutemen?
They've
got all the stuff.
Well,
I can take that a bit, if I may, Madam Chairperson. It's Kelly was explaining it to me in that since they're not working out of a licensed kitchen as a typical restaurant would, the process that they have to go through to get Board of Health approval is like tenfold what a regular restaurant would have to do. Essentially, they need to know the ovens and the refrigerators and pretty much every minute detail of food preparation to cooking, that everything needs to be, it's just a very long, arduous process just to get their food certified to be serving at this event. So that's what I was told, and that's the reason I was given to stay away from them and try to, or sorry, not stay away from them, but find local vendors that might have an easier process to allow us to serve food.
Right. The way it was explained to me, same thing, Ian, was that with the Board of Health rules, we need to use an establishment that already has a licensed commercial kitchen. So We can certainly try. I mean, Megan has other, I think she's got some other tricks up her sleeve. So, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we wouldn't still find another one. I did send, oh, what?
I'm sorry, keep going, Abby.
I did send an email to Mark Lionetta to make sure that we would be able to place a food vendor in that parking lot. I haven't heard back from him. So if we don't have that space, if we only have the space at Middlesex Bank Plaza for other vendors, then maybe it's a good thing if we only have one, but we'll have to see. Yeah, and then Ian, has Alec heard back from Aaron Jeanson yet?
So I got into contact with Aaron, I'll say Monday or Tuesday. I got him on the phone for some other business, but while on the phone, I was able to pitch this to him, and he seemed interested and willing to participate, which is good. I told him that essentially what we need is explicit permission, whether it's email, a letter, written permission to use his lawn. I'm thinking, or were you guys thinking back from the building at 25 Stowe Road in that lawn between the two buildings? Because when I need to follow up with him and be very concise with where we're planning to put these tables and tents.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think lawn or the parking lot?
I was originally thinking parking lot,
Parking.
but logistically, I don't know if parking and tables works. Like,
Right, because, and we may need the parking. By the way, Megan just said she is at the junior high school open house tonight.
oh, that's right. We knew that.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Maybe I did. I forgot. I honestly, yeah. I can't keep my own schedule straight, let alone somebody else's. So, all right. Oh, good, Ian. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know that we have to decide this right now, but
yeah.
I think what I would like to get, I think the lawn is really a nice idea.
Yeah,
this area here seems pretty big. And then I know Alec had also mentioned this area as well. But yeah, so I reached out to him. I did follow up over email, and that was yesterday. I haven't gotten anything back from him. So if I don't get anything back early next week, I'm going to give him another ring and just, I think he's probably in the process of talking with his tenants. That was his main concern. And I said they are all warmly welcome to host an open house if they're willing, or, set up a little table out front, for letting us use their area.
That's great. Thank you, Ian. That is a big relief because part of the whole exercise about crosswalks and sidewalks, I really wanted to have a presence on the south side of Route 111. So if we can set, even if it's, one or two pop-ups on that corner lot on Aaron's property, I think that'll really help the event. And, maybe if we did have an additional food vendor, that would be in the parking lot there, whatever.
Yeah.
That's really good news. Thank you, Ian.
No problem.
It did. I agree with you, Abby. And I think the three food, like if you had three food vendors, you got Middlesex Bank Plaza, you have the town hall / church, and then you have the south side. That would be great. Just on food vendors, we confirm Bravo's unable to keep pizza warm on site, right?
We did not confirm that. No,
we did not.
We haven't spoken with Bravo yet. I love the idea of if they can bring pizzas.
So that's a potential. And then the other question is, did anybody talk to Craft Food Halls?
I don't know whether Megan did yet.
Okay.
So that's another good option.
Yeah, I that's on me. I did mention I would bring it up with Alec, but we've both been very busy this week. I can get a email over to him or a call over to him tomorrow to ask about that because he knows the people there pretty well. So
yeah, he does.
Never mind. Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this is thank you for getting in touch with Aaron. I know like I had tried him in two different times in two different ways and got no response. So apparently when
Yeah.
the town calls, he picks up the phone. So that's good.
Well, Alec called him a couple times too, and I actually left him a voicemail initially. So
Uh-huh.
he's a busy guy.
Yes, we're all busy. All right. Great. So I don't have any other updates as far as roles go. We have kind of the beginnings of a list, and then I think what the best way to take that on might be to kind of review the list that that you got input on from everybody
Mhm.
to see
Let me-
which.
Bring this up in Excel.
And I want to talk to you guys also about, actually, I'm kind of moving on to invitees. As far as roles go, I think we're all kind of doing everything anyway.
I'll provide just two quick updates. We're all good for Throne Depot and the police detail. I got on the phone with Mike with Throne Depot today, and he sent me over an estimate. $224 is what we're looking at for 2 porta potties, 1 handicap accessible and 1 regular.
Oh, great.
And then I talked with Chief Shevchik earlier this week, and I gave him, I said that both you, Abby, and myself will be the points of contact during the day. And his main thing was that he has to pay officers who work more than 4 hours 8 hours. So his method was to stagger 2 officers for 3.5-hour shifts, starting one at 11:30 until 3, and then the other one at 12:30 to 4. So as long as that works with us.
I think so. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think? Yeah.
Yeah, that work. Is this, so we have to pay for no, it's included.
No,
as well.
sorry, I'm actively trying to pull up Excel. Yes, he said it's a town event, and he'll build the town. He doesn't need specifically EDC.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So our cost is $250 for the porta potties.
$224.
$224, sorry. And whatever other expenses we have. Okay.
Yeah.
How did we, well, I'm sorry. I'll keep pause. I'll keep on pause. I'll keep waiting.
Oh, that's all right. If you why don't you say what you're going to say while
Well, I was going to ask, since we at the police detail, how are we doing sidewalks? Because we have one sidewalk, but we need a crossing. Either we need a sidewalk on the north side to the center of town, or we need a crossing at Middlesex Bank to get to the sidewalk, and then we need another crossing at the top of. So, like, do we know?
Right.
How do we figure that out?
Ian, have you and Alec talked about that?
Alec has been the point of contact between MassDOT, their like tactical urbanism team or division, whatever it is. I need to receive the update from him and the contact. But as far as I know, he has been in touch with them, and I believe that they're aware. I'm gonna get an update from him tomorrow on that, because I think that might be one of. I would hope it isn't, but realistically, it might be one of the longer processes that we need to communicate with MassDOT with, to get confirmation that we're able to spray paint or tape or chalk down these crosswalks.
Yeah, so I thought it was, when Alec first talked about it, it was chalk, or we can use cones, just some way to denote a crossing. And we're not closing, any of the roads. So, and it all does have to be temporary. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of crossings. I assume with a temporary crossing, that's where we're going to want a patrol. Is that right?
I would say so, yeah.
And so if we could limit it to one crossing, that would be great, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have businesses on both sides of the street, so that creates like sort of people doing their own thing. But you know, somebody's got to sort that out, right? And if that's MassDOT and Alec and Chief the chief, then so be it. But like I envision people running across 111. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's not good. So there is already a crosswalk that goes, it is east of the Middlesex Bank Plaza and goes across like by Loring, right there.
Ah, okay, great. So that's an official crosswalk.
That's an official crosswalk. So what we're
Okay.
looking at is a crosswalk that would be up.
Up in the middle of town. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's already one on the east
Great.
side, but I think we want another one on the west side,
Right.
the S. And then also one that crosses Middle Road.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna
That's
have to
better.
plan
That's
that.
better than I was thinking. That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I hope nobody like runs across the street. That would really, yeah. Anyway.
And I had informed Chief Shevchik that at least for the first hour and a half, until the second detail arrives, that the main point would be this intersection where the detail's needed. So he is aware of that, but obviously we're gonna touch base as this approaches and confirm these things.
Yeah, that's great. So so that just made me think, I think, we just need a few more details about how those crosswalks actually get created. And I think Alec may have had some ideas on that. And then as far as roles go, like who's doing that? Is that DPW that's gonna kind of lay down something, or is it all of us, showing up on Saturday morning drawing crosswalks? I don't know. So the other thing that we haven't talked about is, because this is kind of started as, and the primary reason we're doing it is an exercise in kind of testing out this walkability and trying to bring people together around that. The EDC does need to have a presence there. And so I was just wondering if, we should have more than one, like if we had one table at the Middlesex Bank Plaza and another one up at the church lot, just to make sure that if people only stay in one place, they'll still get to interact with us.
Well, and we'd be handing out the map, right?
Exactly.
We're the map people.
Yeah. So I just think we should plan on, having a presence and again, try to make sure people know what's available. Yeah. All right. So Ian, do you want to go to the invitees section?
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble pulling it up on Excel. We'll work with this until if we run into any issues. But yeah, so thank you guys all getting it to me in a very timely manner. This was a really good exercise. So you'll see the first 25 or 30 I've highlighted as the top. The green ones you'll see are located within the village area. So they'll be able to host more open houses. These orange ones were question marks because I really could not find much on DRW Motorsports. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know. And then Daring Dog Yoga, I couldn't tell if they are still brick and mortar in person because they're listed at 25 Stowe Road, but I know that they have a history of doing yoga classes over Zoom.
Okay, so I can give you a background on Daring Dog. Ann Seymour is the owner of Daring Dog, and she used to rent the studio at 25 Stowe Road. She no longer does that. She does do all of her classes via Zoom. But I think that she should be, asked if she wants to have a table, because she still does teach actively several classes a week. And she also does some work with the well-being committee and teaches some yoga classes for some special events like at the library. So I think we should definitely make sure she gets an opportunity. And as far as DRW Motorsports, that is the building that is just
Next
east.
east of Middlesex.
That's it.
It's funny. That guy is a ghost. I really, since he moved in there, I've never seen him come to anything. So I'm going to guess you're probably not going to get. He doesn't really use it as a retail location. He uses it as a way. He needs to have a commercial location in order to run his business because he sells cars. But I mean, you can try and call him, see if he's interested. But I doubt
Sure. Yeah, let's keep him on the list, especially because
his name is Dave. He's a good guy. He does a lot of European car repair, that type of thing. And if he's interested in maybe having some cars out there or whatever his pleasure is.
I don't see that you have Pink Dog highlighted.
They weren't on the list.
Oh
They
my
weren't on the
gosh.
list, so
I
yeah, they were on this list here.
yeah, yeah, so they definitely should be. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are in that village center. They're right across the street from the Middlesex Bank Plaza.
And then I'm gonna pull this up here actually.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about, because when I was going through the businesses, it's like, oh yeah, I know that person and blah, 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 blah. And then a lot of the businesses that, we went through they are B2B as a, and I hate to exclude, consultants and such, but I kind of feel like, is that, I don't know, should they be invited to have a table? They're not selling most, to consumers. They're not providing services that a consumer would use.
This isn't a business breakfast. This is a village for a day event.
Right.
It's about people, who in the community that would walk through a village. Yeah, there would be a chiropractor in the village.
Right.
There would be but there might be a consultant in the village, and they might that day have cookies out there. But so if they're in the village, then they should be notified and they're welcome to put a table out or give out cookies or, whatever, balloons. But dragging a consultant halfway across town to set up a table, I don't know.
That was my feeling too. What does everybody else think?
I agree.
Well, I think your list isn't that long. What I'm looking at right now, and then you're probably not going to get everybody that's on that list to do anything. So what you really do need is a critical mass of people with something set up. So I'd say what you do is you put them on kind of like a secondary list. Is it's not a primary, but if you can't fill it up with primaries, then you go to your secondaries.
That sounds like a good idea.
Mm.
So
we have more here, right? So underneath the green, there's things that
So these are box. Are you talking about up this ranked list or
go up to the
down
first
here?
list there.
Yep.
Ian. So you did a cutoff. Would you get to 13 and you were done?
30.
No, I'm sorry, the scoring. So what does the blue and the gray mean below the
Oh yes. So these were I remember we mentioned 30. There was a number floated around 30. So I just cut it off here. Obviously, these are these are the backups after the original 30. If you wanted to reach out to these, this might be a good idea as well.
Well, architectural elements is already on the up above, right? That Mark, that's part of your empire, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, that's me. I mean, again, I'm not going to set up a booth.
no,
Right.
but
Especially if I have an open house.
open house.
Right.
Right.
When I open up fine line woodworking, it's going to be both architectural elements and fine line because it's the same place.
Yeah.
Right.
And then innovations, aren't they in the plaza?
They are.
So
Great.
I would color them as in the plaza.
Yeah,
DL, isn't DL Dance? Or no, that's Gina. Where's
that's
DL?
Gina. I don't know who DL Dance Enterprises is.
I can look them up real quick too. DL Dance.
And did,
But yeah, go ahead.
well, I was just
Well, it
kind of
says
looking at them
temporarily
real quick.
closed.
Is Nate still, he's not in town anymore, correct?
He's not, and we're not serving alcohol.
Ah, true.
What about the ones at the bottom, way down, the out of town ones? Because again, if some of those might come, give you some critical mass there.
So I put a lot of like artists. Okay, yeah. So Pink Dog's on there, but if we can, go through there, like CC Boundless Designs. That's Catherine Christensen in Boxborough, and she's an artist. She makes paper and cards and really beautiful things. Obviously, Bravo Pizza, Liquor World, Oscars. They have their own place at Bats. So those are like open house. I think what we need to do is kind of offer, some of these people like the open house, other people invite to set up the table. Jim
At
Rover.
Bats, my thought was at Bats. I mean, he may want to set up a pitching machine, or
Yeah.
who knows, right? At the
I think he, definitely needs to be invited.
Am I mistaken? This is at 25 Stowe Road.
That is, I looked them up. 25. Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll keep going down the additional business outside of Boxborough. I'm just kind of curious to see those.
There's a good amount
yeah,
here.
okay, so like,
a bit.
Fourth and Field. I mean, they might want to do something because that's the next restaurant out.
Yep.
I mean, not enough people know about
Oh, yeah.
it, right? I put that one on the list. I'm going, how come they're not on the list?
Yeah. I didn't even think of them. See, this is why we did this exercise. This is awesome.
And I think Lucinda at Bee's Knees, I mean, she could be interested in setting up a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Acton School of Ballet has always been kind of active like that. They're always looking for kids.
Dawn might want to come back, set up a
Dawn
table,
might
great
wanna,
spaces. The Alpaca Ranch always comes to Pfeiffer's Day.
Yeah, and Kristen could always swing.
She can set up a table.
Yeah. And
Always a realtor in your village center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the names. I put a lot of the names on here because I got them from the Acton Farmers Market. These are, some of them are food vendors that don't sell food to go. They're packaged food, like May Dumplings. She sells dumplings that you take home and cook. And that would be allowed for a vendor without having to, go through and call them a food vendor. So, like Johnny Putt Farm, they grow, lettuce, all of these I found there on various lists. I found them from the Farmers Market, Pfeiffer's Day, Backyard Bolton, and Groton Fest.
That's good. That means that they actually like doing these kind of events.
Right. Like Jennifer's Handmade Soap is on there. It's like she's in Littleton. I actually took a soap making class from her a couple years ago. So that's why I put a lot of those on there. I'm like, well, they do other shows. Why not?
As far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier. I mean,
Me too.
I'll add after looking at the area that we could potentially have between, I only looked at the front of Middlesex Bank Plaza, the front of the UCC, and potentially 25 Stowe Road, just those three areas where we might have more. You have ample space for easily over 100 vendors. So obviously you'll pack them in a little tighter, but you can definitely cast a wide net. Not saying you need that number, but there should be, if we do get all the spaces that we're looking to get, there will definitely be plenty of space.
Well,
really,
who would we not invite? That, like, why wouldn't we put something out? To Mark's point, right? Like, and it can be first come, first serve up to 80. We can just say 80, and then we can always push people over 80 if we get there. But like, why wouldn't we put it out? Like the silver unicorn at the top of this list, a bookstore.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
why would, you know, I would
Oh
add.
no, we should. So I don't think
Old
think
Frog Pond Farm is right across. It's literally,
Yeah. Down the street
She's
from me.
right. She's 100 feet out of
she
Boxborough.
comes to all our hearings.
Right.
Where is it? Which one?
Old Frog Pond.
Frog Pond
Yeah.
Farm.
Yeah.
She's not really Stowe, she's Harvard.
Yeah.
That's Harvard.
Right.
Stowe came from something. Is it in the?
And Friendly Crossways. I mean, you know, they do a lot of events. They're just 100 yards from Boxborough.
What is Friendly Crossways? I don't know that business.
It's out by Harvard Sportsman's Club. That's a they do events. You know when you go out the back door of Cisco Properties,
Yeah.
they're right there, right in front of you as you're headed out, kind of right ahead.
Okay.
They have an old farmhouse and a big farmyard and events, tents.
Oh, so it's an event space?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
People do weddings there, all kinds of stuff.
You know who's missing from this list? I didn't see them and I just realized. Mark, Pascal's catering business.
She's up on the top.
She's way
okay,
up top, but Pascal's working that day. It'd be
Looks
perfect
like
for
Mark.
her.
Looks like you're doing the Say La Fête, Mark.
No, I have to mind fine line woodworking and architectural elements. That's the thing.
Hey,
If I open
Michelle
the door.
Ryan, who's our FinCom rep, has raised her hand. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi. Yeah, no, I'm just quietly sitting back here.
That's okay.
Liaisoning. But I also, Abby, I think I emailed you about this, but I actually work for another business in Boxborough that I didn't see on here. It's more of like a tech company, but they sell eventually we'll be selling direct to consumer. And talking to our marketing team briefly, it seemed like they might be interested in coming and doing some cool demos. So that might be something cool too. They're called Defy, Dephy. I just didn't see them on the list.
No, I think I had forgotten about that. Thank you for bringing it up, Michelle. Dephy.
Phy.
Ian, can you
Are
correct me?
they relatively new in town, Michelle?
They moved in during COVID, so maybe like 2022, 2023, but they're in 80 Central, so maybe
Okay.
just not.
Yeah, well,
List.
so the way that the list was developed, it was it started with the town clerk's list, which is DBAs. So if it's an incorporated business or LLC, it wouldn't necessarily have a DBA because it's registered through the state.
That's right. Yeah, it's Defy Incorporated. So
Yeah,
probably not,
so
but we're definitely in Boxborough.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there
So
they are.
I'll
There it
also
is.
add, yeah, there was
Oh.
this second list. These were all the companies or all the businesses in total. The first list was a shorter list of businesses that we had contacts for. And then I had asked that the committee go through the rest of this long list and pick out the ones that especially caught their eye.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
But
off the
yes, I
state
remember you
database.
mentioned it last time. They're very cool.
Yes,
prospect.
you did, Michelle, and I apologize because you did give me, the information. I totally spaced on it. So I'm
yeah,
glad
no
that you're
worries.
here.
It's just like it's a wearable exoskeleton for the ankle, and it's like walking around Village for a day. So it felt like kind of a cool natural fit. So
It sounds like a nice fit. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's a product. And that, I think you were already on, we were saying like to invite some of the consultants in town that do business, but they're only, marketed toward other businesses, just didn't seem like a good fit for this kind of event.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like the idea of casting a wide net because, almost everybody that's on this list should be contacted and see whether they want to participate.
Well, it just brings life to the event. That's the thing.
Yes.
That's kind of critical because if there's life there, then we're going to get a real taste.
But I think that what we've been doing is identifying those businesses that do serve the public that people would go to,
Right.
right? So like if you go down this list further, I mean, there's landscapers, you know, machine shops. I mean, clearly, I don't think we need to go down that path, right? Electric companies.
Right. So,
Well,
like,
again,
yeah,
the whole thing was town center for a day,
right.
village center. So I mean, ideally, I mean, if you had enough people, it would be businesses that you could imagine who might imagine themselves in a town center setting. Not anybody
Yes.
industrial. I mean, that's industrial is out.
Right.
So small craft shops, you know, restaurants, service shops. So, you know, again, that's how we started. But at some point, then you might want to just jazz it up with people who just have stuff that's interesting. I mean,
Yep.
you probably wouldn't have at bat in town center, but
Right. That's true. But, you know, he
but
is
they
already
bring
a Foxborough business.
element of interest. So
Yeah. So is there the, do we need, like, it almost feels like, who are we not sending this thing to? Like,
Well, I'm going to just throw out a couple of, you know, examples and see what you guys think. And that is like, you know, Megan just started a business, you know, Connor Consulting, and she does fundraising for not-for-profit organizations. So, you know, that doesn't necessarily seem like something that would people be, you know, interested in visiting. Nancy Settle Murphy does, her business is Guided Insights. She does meeting facilitation. Again, it's business to business. What do you guys think?
I mean, if somebody like that wants to set up a table and there's room, I guess I wouldn't be opposed. I don't know that we have to go out and invite, right? Like it, and I don't mean to sound exclusive. That's not what it is. But it's really about, like, I don't want, sometimes people get an invite and it's like, oh, I have to go do this thing. And I know like Nancy and Megan wouldn't do, they just make a decision on their own, but it's, I don't know. I guess I get to, like, who are we inviting? And if somebody wants to come, if they hear about it, they see it and they want to participate, they can always ask. And if there's room, we could accommodate. But if we've got 80 tables and that's all we can take, and it's packed full of people that serve consumers, I think we're done, right? That's a victory.
I did forget to give you guys another update, and that was Megan and I met with the Blanchard PTF vice president, and we talked to them about having a presence and doing kids activities, and they're all in.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
yeah, civic organizations all day.
Yeah.
And again, you know, bring fifers, you know, let them set up a booth. They're always
yes,
recruiting.
actually, I did hear from the Minutemen because they help every week with the setup and breakdown for the freebie market, and they asked if they could, you know, have some role in this as well, and I said yes.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because I really don't want to say no to anybody because we're just trying to bring people together here.
There's no to be said, really.
Yeah.
It's really about who are we targeting and actively going out and trying to bring in.
Right.
You start with that, and then you backfill when you know you've got the room. Basically, you cast a wide net, but you kind of go for the ones that you think fit.
I mean, you know what might be good, Abby, is like ask Megan, ask Nancy. I mean, is it something that's even of interest? Because like maybe we're not thinking about it the right way. Like, you know, maybe consultants would be like, hell no, I want to be part of Village Center. I want to, you know, I want people to know who I am and where I am. Okay, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, a lot of Village Center arrangements that I've seen in other towns where they have a lot of the shared office space. And so you see a lot of small guys like that, you know, consultants who just basically, it's a desk in a small office and they share, you know, conference room, stuff like that. You see a lot of those. So, I mean, that is, you know, viable in a town center. So.
Right. And what about, you know, like trade, like electricians and plumbers?
I'd say less so. I mean, You know, that's why, I mean, like Richie Stewart in Boxborough Hardwood Furniture, I mean, he might set up a booth, but, no, I wouldn't do it a booth if, but I wouldn't do it. It's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll open, I'll open my door and have a
Right.
house.
Okay.
So, a lot of these guys aren't going to want to do it, right? I mean,
Right.
But don't forget, it's also, it's a busy weekend. It's the fall. I mean, a lot of people going somewhere else. So I mean, you're going to lose a lot of people who just already had plans.
Sure.
You're kind of late here telling people, oh, the 18th. Ooh,
Yeah.
well, I already got plans for that date. So I mean, I'm just worried about not having enough.
Well, it's
Yep.
funny. Yeah, I was worried about that too, but there's so many of these little festivals going on that I would think, and these artists, the art, like they go to all of these events. So I think, and most of those events, like I haven't even looked at the list yet for Stowe Open Studios. A lot of those, they all charge people for a table. We're not charging anything.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the time, like, we have very little time for
Right.
them to, reach out and to get back to
Yeah.
agreeing upon. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about our parameters here, right?
Yeah.
So I think one of the next steps would be to fill this in with the contact information and then figure out who's going to be the contact, or whether the invitation, the letter, and the flyer just goes, if we can get an email. Some of these have to be like in person, like I went in, I talked to Middlesex Bank, and Brittany was really excited about it, and she was going to talk to their marketing department, and because the bank closes at noon on Saturday, they're going to set up a table and, canopy in front.
Awesome.
So they were in. I was going to go over and talk to Vera of Innovations, and so anybody that had a storefront, I thought like that was an in-person visit, bring in the letter and the flyer. But then the other ones are people that a lot of us know the business owner, and can reach out to them via email, or pick up the phone or whatever, and talk to them about it. So we might need to kind of divide this list.
Yeah. Are we going to send something by mail or email to everybody and then layer in by knocking on doors, just so we make sure that we contact everybody? Or are we going to be more discriminate in terms of, no, anybody that's in the village, we're like all these people in the yellow right now, we're just going to knock on their door?
I definitely think if they're in the yellow, and the Regency, of course, already, but if they're, yellow or green, if they have a storefront on
Yep.
Mass Ave, like, in the district, that's a door knock, and
Yep.
bringing the letter and the flyer and having a conversation.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm around, like, I think right now I'll be around like beginning of next week.
okay.
So I can maybe grab a few.
Great. All right, so we'll talk about that. I can definitely work on it. Megan said she could work on it. So that's good. And then as far as the other businesses go, we'll just have to fill in. So Ian, I don't know, do we have money for postage if we want to mail? I think mailings are really expensive, so I really feel like
they are, unfortunately. I
Yeah.
think it's through town hall, it's about 74 cents a stamp.
ouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what we do with these businesses, and like they all have websites, and a presence, or we know them. We reach out to them through their website, email, phone, whatever personal contact.
I will remind you that of this short list up top of 118, we have emails for all of them. Now, whether those emails are alive and functioning, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I can, start as early as tomorrow sending out emails, and yeah.
Well, yeah, so before, the emails go out, yeah, so I think we want to make sure that some of the people are contacted more personally than like from that. So you're going to talk about sending emails out for the ones that we aren't going to door knock. Is that it?
Yeah.
Like Steve Morrell, guitar repair, and yeah, maybe if you could just make it, take the list, make a column, put the email addresses in there, and then we can look at it and say, no, we've got this one. Because I think if some of us have a personal connection to some of these people, an email from one of us might be more.
Yeah, I would definitely prefer that. I'm thinking about how we would need to do this as we did with the ranking so that we're not violating OML. I will try to circulate a copy of this exactly with the emails and then send them out individually. And if you can certainly get in contact with them via email, or you want to get in contact with them via email, you can either email me a list of them, or you can mark up another Excel spreadsheet. I'll think on that after this meeting, and I'll get something out to each of you guys.
We can workshop a couple people, right? As long as it's not like Abby and I can workshop something, or Abby and Lala, like
Yes. Yep. As long as it's not a quorum of you guys workshopping them.
So
and people. I know Mark had sent me there was a column that was contact yes or no, and Mark had filled those out. So I have the ones
and I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure that we had the priority of ranking them so that we could visualize it like this, and that's the big part.
Well, are there any on this list that anybody knows right now that like I got that one?
Well, like Daring Dog Yoga.
We can talk about that.
I have that one.
Okay, so
so that's why I think maybe we could go through and just put our names next to the ones that we're like, that has to be some,
Well, I already did that.
Oh, you put your name on the other sheet?
You guys didn't do your homework.
Okay.
All right. Actually, Ian, if you could just if you could just send this list back to all of us, and then we'll. Mark, you've already done your work, so you're good.
Well, I didn't have that many. I mean, that's the thing. I'm willing to do more, and I was kind of, asking myself whether it made sense to even do that until we kind of sifted the list. So once you get the list, pared down. I think, though, we should send emails as soon as possible.
Yes.
We're running out of time. I'd say send emails right away, and if people get back to you right away, well, then you don't have to spend time chasing them. And then the people who don't respond immediately, I mean, Ian, you can keep us posted who's responded, and then we can go chase the rest of the ones on the list.
So, Mark, are you saying just the email should? Sorry, but Mark, are you saying that the email should just come from the town and just have it just be generated that, as opposed to like each of us going, I know this person, blah 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 blah.
I would do the email, and then we can follow up with the I know this person.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like that.
What I would do.
All right, great.
Comes from the town, and then I'm going to send the people on my list an email and then a phone call. You're going to get it twice.
All right. So the ones that, like some of the new ones that I put on the list, I don't know if I put all of the information in there. So anyway.
Yeah, a lot of all of these ones down here. I mean, if you listed them, my guess is that they're pretty, some of these businesses, of these businesses might be hard to find. So yeah, like Mark said, findable. And it probably won't be hard to visit their website, cold call them, whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah, Royal Enfield of New England is Alpha Cars. That I saw.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sells Royal Enfield there.
Okay.
which are really cool bikes, but I'm not allowed to buy one.
With good
Okay.
reason.
So,
Mm.
you now have this form all set
Yeah.
up, so that can be the link
I
in the
figured
letter.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Please let me know if you guys want anything else in this, if you want it taken out. My goal with this was briefness, and to understand what their services would be, but also kind of Mark stopped by the other day and we spoke briefly about the database, which we don't have to get into now, but this would also be a good resource to update those important businesses that we have going to the village event, to update their data in the database. But you know that just reaches the extent of name of business, contact email, business address, and yeah, just simple things like that. So it starts with just the first and last name, business, the contact email, the phone number. If it's different, the business owner, the address, website URL, business services. I tried to keep it within 10. There's supposed to be an other at the bottom that I'll make sure I add.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then will you be able to provide a table or tent? I'm kind of torn with this one because if they say no, you know, I don't know what we would do with that.
I would say, please confirm you can provide a table and or tent.
Okay.
Good.
An 8x8 tent. You
And
got
then
to
just,
specify the
yes,
dimension.
I am able to provide, and don't give them a no option. Please confirm.
Yeah. Is it 8x8? I think the smallest canopy is 10x10, isn't it?
No, 8x8.
8 by 8, and then you get even 10 by 10.
Okay, because I own a 10x10 and a
So say 8x8 or 10x10.
But what
But
is
they
the
can bring
space that
just a table as well.
sure.
Yeah. And if it rains,
Okay.
then toast.
Well, we're not having it if it rains.
What if it's a day like today?
We're not having it on a day like today. It's pouring rain.
Now it is, but it wasn't earlier.
We have a rain day.
Yeah, we woke up. Yeah, that was the other thing that Brittany at Middlesex said. When would we call that it's going to rain? You know, a rain date, because she's got to get her marketing department to. So we have to come up with a date that we'll make that decision. And
2 days before.
my thought was that 2 days, Thursday.
Yeah.
On Thursday, we'll know what the weather's going to be like on Saturday. Pretty
Pretty good.
yeah.
We have a meeting that night as well, I'll add.
Okay.
Okay, was there anything else for this form? I had actually, and I did you want to include something that asked whether they were going to be marketing their services or whether they were going to be selling their product?
Oh, I like that.
I don't
Because
care.
if
Well, maybe we
No?
don't care.
Right.
my thought was, you know, accidentally getting 50 people who are just marketing their obviously there'd be some people selling stuff, but we want a good amount of products being sold. Unless
Right.
we don't, it's completely, you know, you guys' decision. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a do or die question. So
Go up to the top again. I want to see your intro on it. I'd underline there is no cost to join.
Where is that?
Third paragraph, last line.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, for the people who do these other markets and have to pay for it, that could be an incentive for them to skip the other one and come to this one.
Yeah.
mhm.
And I don't know if you want to say like reserving a spot. Like, do we is it first come, first served? Do we want to, is there the potential that somebody may not get a spot?
There is, if we have
You get
I'm
overwhelmed.
really surprised, Ian, that you figured out 100 places, because
That was being I'll add, that was being very generous in giving everybody about a 15 by 15 square.
Oh.
But that would be to use all the space.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
no, even there was a lot more than 100. I'm just
All right.
saying that's a big number,
Yeah.
and we won't reach that. But if we do hit these 3 marks of these pretty big plots that we're looking to get permission to use, then we should have ample space. But
Okay.
we'll
I'd rather
see.
have
We'll see.
more than less. So
Me too.
You know, but maybe Rich is right. Is that we should say, you know, your space isn't guaranteed, so please get to us quickly. Okay,
Well,
act now, right? That's the primary motivator in advertising.
Act now, first come, first serve. Like, why?
the
you
letter
can say
says
why we
October
believe-
1st.
What's that?
The letter says we'd like to hear back from you by October 1st.
Yeah.
So that needs to be changed, because that's this weekend or next Tuesday or Wednesday, next Wednesday. So I think we need to bump that up. And
I don't think we're going to run out of spots.
okay, good.
So I don't. I mean, but I do. Call to action is.
I'm more
key.
thinking, do we want the ability? Is there the possibility that we may not be able to provide somebody a spot?
There is that possibility.
And it may not just be, I mean, who knows? Like, who apply? Like, I don't know.
Right.
This is not a political event. Like, we don't want to do like political tables. We don't
Nope.
like, so I just, you know, I
Well,
don't,
it is by invitation only.
true.
So they're applying. They're not registering so much as that they're applying for a spot.
Interest.
It's an invitation, right?
But this is how they apply to the event, right? So it
Right.
should be an application form. That's what is very common.
Yeah.
Yeah, application.
Yeah, and just put a thing in there. While we anticipate that there will be spots for everybody, you'll be notified of your application. You know.
Yeah.
Do we call it application or registration? They're registering for the
Yeah,
event.
registration is also good.
I like application
Oh,
because
then let's
I
use
think the
application.
application, yeah, it will give us a little more leeway in case, like you said, maybe a
Yes.
political group applies and we're like, well, maybe not them. But we anticipate there.
Mhm. What about a date? Do we want to specify? Because the letter specifies October 1st, because we thought the letter was going out sooner, but that's kind of pushing it. What do you think is a reasonable date to put in the letter? And we could also reiterate that on the form.
so it's what, the 18th?
Yeah.
It's on the 18th. So 1, 2,
We
by
can make-
October 3rd.
They
That's
need
2
more
weeks
time.
prior.
Oh, yeah.
Close of business. That's the Friday. The 3rd is before the weekend. I mean, you could say October 6th.
Yeah.
If you give it on the 3rd or the 6th, that doesn't make any difference.
Now let's say the 6th. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I'll change the letter. Or actually, Ian, you have the text of the letter, or do you need me to resend that to you?
I should be able to find it.
If not, I can send it to you, because
yeah.
then you need to put in the link for the registration anyway on that letter. There's a blank for the application form.
And then
So-
that gives us 1 week to do the emails and invite the primary invitees.
And maybe I'm good with the 6. Maybe that participants are invited. Maybe you say business and community organizations are invited.
Yeah, does that oh, participate?
Yes. Yeah.
Businesses and community.
Yeah, no participants.
Community, or did you say orgs?
Organization
Organizations?
are invited to host an apply to.
Yeah, should I get rid of open house if we're doing more direct for them?
Well, is this the same form that you would do for an open house? I mean, we don't care.
Yeah, but
They can open their
you
house
know,
up.
I think we're gonna have more people not doing an open house. So when you go and do an open house, you can just say fill out this form, and
Yeah.
they'll
I
they'll
guess this is
understand
just for
that they're
this is for the setup, because for the open houses, those are the ones we're going to visit and talk to, and then we can direct them to this form. I don't know.
Yeah, business and community organizations are invited to apply
Right.
For space in our village to set up.
You could put village in quotation marks.
Yeah.
The capital. V.
Village by setting up a table canopy,
Yep.
right? Invited to apply for space in our village by setting up table canopy and designated spaces to showcase. Do we want to say sell products? So that not just show them?
To showcase, comma, sell,
Yeah.
or display. Well, showcase
Yeah.
and display is the same thing.
Showcases, well,
Or promote
Yeah,
or market. Yep. Either one.
promote. I like that.
products and services, and connect with Foxborough residents.
This event will be promoted by the I would put economic development committee, the town's economic development committee.
sorry, where?
Right there.
Here?
Yeah. Town's
Economic development committee.
Let me go back. Village by setting up a table can designated to showcase, sell, or promote products and services, as well as connect. Yeah, that's great. Economic development.
And then the bottom place for applicants. While we anticipate there be ample space for all applicants, we ask that you submit this application.
Also, go up the sentence above that.
Yeah, get rid of the of at the end.
Economic Development Committee
Of and
and participating businesses doesn't make sense there.
Yeah, the event will be promoted. Oh, well, yeah, so we want the businesses to promote too, but you're right. The event will be promoted by the town's economic development committee, period.
There is no cost to join.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe as well as connect with Boxborough residents and businesses. I think that's what that was meant to tail on to the end of. So
Yeah.
the prior sentence, the end of the prior sentence, right there. Boxborough residents and local businesses.
So this is what gets people to set up to have a spot in the village center to set up a table.
They're applying to set up a table.
If somebody, we also want to invite businesses that aren't in the center, but they're along Mass Ave or they're intent to do an open house. They don't have to apply for that, right? That's just, but
I think we just reach out to those people.
But if we're going to put them on the map, they need to say, yeah, put me on your map, right?
Yeah.
Or they're doing something, so we'll put them on the map.
Yeah, I just don't know if I do that in this application form.
Confuses
Because you're
it.
just not having enough of them to make it, that waters down, it makes your message murkier.
Yep.
Not trying to overcomplicate this, but would we want to add something in the middle or at the end? Please describe what you'll be doing in 1 to 2 sentences so we can strategically place these businesses and tables out so we're not all goods and services here.
You don't want to put competitors right next to each other, right?
Right.
If you can avoid it.
Do you want to keep this, or is that question overlapping with this?
I think it makes the whole thing too long because people don't like.
Yeah,
long form.
I agree. So get rid of this and ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they already define their business up above.
And what are you going to be? What are you going to be promoting or selling at the event?
I mean, maybe just say name of business, type of business. That's all. Let them define themselves, and then you kind of accomplishes what that pick from list would have been. Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A short answer so they can.
Perfect.
Right. And just right. Bingo.
So for any food vendors, do we need to ask them, like, do they have the license? They have to check mark, because how are we going to
So
have
the food vendors are a separate
Yeah.
thing. Those are
Okay.
already being, taken care of, Megan, and cleared like with
Yeah.
the town.
Okay, but
People that are coming that sell food, they can sell packaged food, but not
Okay.
food that can be consumed on the premises. So
And that's why this little blurb here, what are they going to do? Let you know.
Yeah.
So if they say, well, I'm going to sell pancakes,
Sandwiches.
and hot, fresh pancakes, it's like, well, you can't do that.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like a winner.
Again, somewhere though, where you talked about the pop-ups, the tent table or a tent,
Oh,
you really do
yeah.
need to say how big it is. So it's a or a tent
Smaller than
8 foot or 10, or actually not a tent because you don't want tents.
Canopy.
Yeah, canopy.
Canopies are usually, nobody's going to bring like, a 17-foot long.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
Just
You're
put
right.
in parentheses 8 foot to 10 foot.
You can put that up at the top too, that, spaces will accommodate up to a 10-foot.
Yeah.
You want it at the top or here?
No, you have it. You're going to say that they can provide it, so that's a good place to ask.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Now we just got to get people.
Yeah.
Were you guys interested in potentially like lawns? I as I drive down 111, I see a lot of signs that the town puts out for next Monday. We're doing like this event at the library for town meeting preparation. I'm sure the same signs will be out for town meeting itself. Is that something you guys would like to consider promoting lawn signs or A-frame signs along 111?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sandwich boards. We should be able to.
Yeah. Sandwich boards, that's what they are.
Yep.
I'll ask Alec our capabilities on doing that.
Are there, and I thought I remember us not being able to do this in Boxborough. We used to be able to do it in Acton for ABSAF. Can we put a
Banner.
small banner across the road on one of the wires, or is that now prohibited?
No, we've done it.
Yeah, so I think they had to get permission from LELD because they actually own the.
Right. But there's a wire
That
strung
sounds
across.
perfect.
But we would have to get a banner.
You'd have to get a banner, but there's a wire up there already.
Yeah, banners, that's not a huge deal because they're
No.
fairly narrow, and you could put it up 2 weeks before and it stays
Yeah.
up through the event, and then you pull it down and you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Although you put a date on it, but you can put you can have them make it so that you're patching the date on it.
Yeah.
It's more work, but I mean, it might be kind of neat, but I don't know if you guys think
Yeah, it
that's-
could be a good way to reach.
Yeah, I'll ask Alec about that. I wonder,
Great.
we need MassDOT as well, but with us already trying in
You don't need
communication with
MassDOT.
them.
You don't need
Again, we've done
MassDOT.
this
No.
before.
Okay,
It's just Littleton. And
Good to
again,
know.
The wire's already up, so that's half the battle.
I thought I remember Littleton not being a fan. We used to do it in Acton. We put the ABSAF sign up in the middle of town every year.
Yeah,
So Acton has them all over town.
right. They always have it on Main Street. This is great, Ian. I just did another read of the top.
Send us a copy, Ian, when you're done. That way we can all lay eyeballs on it one last time.
Yeah.
the form that is.
Yeah.
Oh, yep,
And-
absolutely.
Yeah. And actually,
I'll send.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying when I send out this Excel spreadsheet tomorrow, I will I'll include the form as well.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to send you the letter again.
Mm-hmm. And
So you have the-
I'll have Alec prepare a QR code that can go on the letter. So when you're door knocking, talking in person, they'll actually be able to get on this form like then and there.
Right. And the flyer.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
wanna
In
go
the
on
flyer. I had a question. I know that Alec had made a web page that I can navigate to probably. Is there anything specific aside from the flyer that you guys would like to see there? Right now it's empty, but once the flyer is all set, which we can look at, I will make sure it's up there and it is out to everybody it needs to be out to.
I think the flyer, the application, link to the application.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's keep it simple.
Can there be on the main page? Can there be a flash up Boxborough Village for a day with a picture, like the flyer picture, and then you can click on the link to go to it? Like
Yeah, you
there's
mean on the front page of the,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right
like
there.
there's scrolling, like
Yeah.
something up here. I don't know.
and to get onto the community calendar.
Well, I think they have like those 3 bullets that are there now. Fire Station Building Committee. Are you limited to just 3 across? Is that the template?
I can see if there's a 4th, but I'll also ask if with us hosting this event on Monday, I'm wondering if they want to do 1, 2, because this really is a summary of these 2 things. So I wonder if they'll want to put that up there to get more foot traffic to this event, and then 3 our village for a day. I'll ask. I think Becky's the one who kind of housekeeps this front page.
Yeah, it'll only be up there for a little bit. So
Yep. And I mean, in the last couple days, once the fall town meeting actually happens, I'm sure we can If we haven't already been up in these three, then we can definitely get up there.
All right.
Yeah, I'd size that appropriately and put that right there.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I'm realizing now that this has Canva watermarks because
it
I
does.
downloaded
Alec
it.
had sent me one that doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My apologies. I downloaded it from the email with your comment, but it doesn't have Canva watermarks, the original that we'll be uploading.
right. So just one comment, and Lala said the same thing that I'm about to say. I think the yellow tone should just be kind of toned down just a little bit.
Okay.
So what, more transparent?
Yeah, yeah.
I really think you should put the rain date in there.
Oh yeah, what happened
is.
to our rain date?
It's there over there at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um,
I might
you
put
may
that
want.
up on
We have-
underneath the date.
Do we have live music confirmed?
Yes.
And food trucks, maybe about food?
Should we say, yeah?
Food vendors? Food?
Yeah, we could say food vendors.
Or just food?
Food.
We could say food vendors, local businesses, and artisans. Unless you want to keep it as local vendors.
No, I think
Vendors and
that would tighten it up a little bit, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
I wouldn't want to use the word
Vendors,
vendors
local
twice.
businesses and artisans, live music, kids' activities.
So Alec
Again,
can make
I would
this
move the
change.
rain date up to underneath the Saturday. So, keep it in small print,
Yeah.
but have it right up there so that it's, when you're reading it and setting the date and you're going to see the rain date, because I wouldn't necessarily see that rain date at the bottom.
No, you're right.
Okay. So I have those three changes.
Is that QR code going to be big enough? I have trouble scanning little ones like that.
Let me see if I can do it here.
Yeah.
I got it.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Although the link went away. What the heck?
It just took me, it took me right to
I found
Village
it. Yep.
for a day. Yeah.
It took you to this
To the
website?
homepage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
Yep.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
nothing worse than doing a QR code that doesn't scan.
Yeah, I know.
Great. Is this going on like Facebook? On like where is this thing going?
Yeah, so Alec made took this and made a Facebook post version and an Instagram post version of it.
Okay.
And we should do one on Nextdoor.
Yeah, we can actually just post the folder, the flyer on Nextdoor as it is.
Yeah. Just if it's a PDF, then we can put it right on Nextdoor.
Yeah, and do we want to only use the list that we've come up with to invite, or do we want to do a call for artists and artisans, or how do we want to do a call?
I'm okay with that.
A call.
Like on Nextdoor, it could be, calling all artists.
Local artists.
Local artists, show your.
Would you be supplying them with the Google form in that as well?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the QR code is there, right? So they could get to the site
Yeah.
from that.
Gee,
You have to
Two
have a
Friends
second.
Chocolates just got a really good write-up on next door.
Who did?
Two Friends Chocolates. I just,
Yeah?
Oh, good.
opened up next door, and there it was.
So when are we sending the emails now? Like just to have the time frame. So the emails to the businesses or the vendors when it will be going out.
So, Ian, you're going to send that first blast of emails, right?
Yes, I definitely can, and I will not send them to the green highlighted businesses that we identified as open houses or within the corridor.
But are we not sending to all of them? No? I thought
So
we
we
are.
only have, yeah, so we really should send to all of them. Actually, yeah.
I think
Ian,
it's
if you
in
want to,
everybody, but we got to call them quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, there's just not that many on Route 111.
Hmm.
But
Because
I
once they
mean,
receive the
I could reach out to them and then um see what we get maybe tomorrow and over the weekend, and then once you guys also have their emails, coordinating between each other through me through this Excel spreadsheet, however it is. You guys also reaching out, I don't think would hurt if we send 2 emails or if you guys want to give them a call.
Yeah, so I'm thinking now as you're talking through this that maybe all of the invitations, aside from the ones of us knocking on the doors,
Mm,
all of the email invitations should come from the town.
okay, I can definitely start that as early as tomorrow.
Right.
Once everything is kind of squared away.
Yeah. And then, we have personal contacts, we can follow up
Yep, yep.
afterwards. And then we'll save the brick and mortar businesses on 111 for a visit. That's, not an email.
Mhm.
Because this way, I mean, you can blast this thing out.
I just
But
want to get it out.
Yeah, and if you're missing email addresses, I'm happy to help dig
Right.
dig up some.
Yeah, because when I send out these, so I want to confirm, am I you can't see it here. Am
Yeah,
I sending out to all of these 118, or did you want to
we
kind
need to
of,
eliminate some of them, I think, because we decided we
did
weren't going to
you?
do like trades, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can definitely go through tomorrow, and the hard trades I can probably get out, but up to like, yeah, I can start this, and then tomorrow I will blast out an email to you guys and let you know everybody that I contacted. Would you like me to also reach out to the non-Boxborough and the non-list people, the non email people?
Um, yes, except for like Bravo Pizza,
Like
Liquor
yeah.
World, Oscars, like yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. And take Pony Shack off.
I don't think it hurts, frankly, again, to cast the wide net there. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't think we're going to get overwhelmed by it.
Okay,
And if we do, even better.
true.
So I'll let you know who I reach out to tomorrow, and if there's a business that fell through my cracks, then you guys can let me know, or you guys can respond and let me know, and or you can be like, I'm gonna reach out to these people and these people. So
Okay.
That
And
sounds
how
good.
many of these do you have emails for?
of this short list to 118, I have all of their emails.
Okay.
The other
Good.
thing
So,
is
so it's a good way of checking your email list too, perfecting it.
But I know some are probably going to bounce, so I'll keep an eye out for those as well. I'll send those to you guys, And, you know, if it bounces you and you're like, oh, well, they're my neighbor or I have a connection to them, I can knock on their door, whatever it is. So I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. So are you guys saying that Ian should send the letters even to people that we're going to knock on the doors just to at least get the information out
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Everybody except trades.
Heavy, you know, heavy industry and trades like that.
And Ian, if you can just note, just put an little X or something that you did not send it to these. This way we can take a double take. Like, oh no, that
Right.
that makes
That's
cabinet.
good. I'll just have to get rid of the double asterisks in the tildes.
Yes.
We'll just add another column and say, you know, name the column, email.
They're sent. Yes
That
or no.
makes sense.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to get to, go over, go through?
I don't think so. I think thank you. Yeah, I don't think we're there yet for logistics and
Right.
and again, like I think, you know, we can start recruiting some people from other town boards and committees because people are pretty excited about it, and I think we'll be fine.
Yep. I think
It'll all come together. I'm not going to lose sleep
Logistics
over it.
is going to more devolve from how many hits you get. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you get a big crowd, then logistics is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
that'll be a good problem that we'll deal with.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the kind of
you know.
issues you like to have, right? Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you know, this wasn't supposed to be what it's turned into, and that's okay. It's just kind of, you know, morphed into a village festival, and everybody that's heard about it is really excited. So, I like the idea of saying this is our first, and we'll learn something from this,
Yeah.
and perhaps we'll do another one next year.
There you go.
Oh, Harvard does it a lot.
Yeah. And Bolton does it a few times a year.
Bolton has done a really good job from an economic development standpoint, reaching out to small business, creating an ecosystem.
I know.
They've modeled it pretty well. They've got
Yeah, we really need to kind of learn something from them. So
you want to put Boxboro's first village of the day
I was thinking about that.
right there?
I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
It's
Thanks,
the
Reg.
pilot. It's
Or maybe
our
you just
pilot.
put last.
Most pilot shows never make it past
Right.
episode 1.
I'll keep it here.
No, I think this is good. Boxboro's Village for You don't have to do it on the flyer.
Yep.
Good.
At
All
some
right,
point,
so
you just
Ian,
have to-
I've got the letter. It's just going to need some tweaking, that last paragraph.
Yeah.
Because it needs to have the link, or you can put the QR code, like just put a line in there, like for the link and the QR on the letter. But I'm just going to send you the file.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I do have it, but
Oh, actually, I've got it all ready to go. So
go for it. Yep.
yeah, I just changed the October 1st to October 6th. So
Perfect.
yeah. And I'm around tomorrow, so if you want to touch base with me and ask anything, I'll be available.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all of the work that you've done on this for us.
Yeah.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
This is great. Does anybody have anything else that they need to bring up, or any questions or anything? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Oh, wait, we should plan our next meeting. All right. Sorry. So how do you guys feel about meeting on the 9th?
think we're going to have to because that's really.
Yeah, that's the week
Yeah.
before.
That works.
All right. Do you want to do Zoom or in person / hybrid?
Zoom for me.
Either way, I should be around then.
Let's do Zoom because that way we know everybody can make it. And it's with this kind of planning, it's just kind of nice to have. Yeah.
Computers in front of you.
Yes, it is. All right, so we'll plan it for 7:30 on October 9th. Does that sound good?
Yes.
I will. Okay, sustainability is meeting that night and
Okay.
fire station building committee. So Alec and I can figure it out. Rich
Or
and
we
Mark,
can
you
meet a
guys
different
both.
night.
I mean, we can. We know how to
Um,
host meetings, so I mean, it's not that big a deal. If you guys can't make it,
Yeah.
Right.
We're getting a lot of coordination help though.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the other option is to do it a different night that week.
you could do.
But
Wednesday.
when does the
So-
planning board meet on the 6th that week?
Yeah,
They do, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
And
to
then-
put you guys through that.
Fire station has a listening session on Tuesday, and finance is there.
We do Wednesday.
The Wednesday looks pretty good. It's just Board of Health
Yeah,
and
Lala,
RAD
can you do a
in
Wednesday
the
night?
Grange.
yeah, we would just do Zoom though, and we don't need space. We're just gonna go back to Zoom for.
Yeah, that works for me. The Thursday, I support the sustainability committee, and with me kind of on this project, it'd be Thursday specifically would be a little tough. But if
Yeah,
you
we don't
guys
wanna do
need
that to you.
Okay.
How about Wednesday, October 8th? Is that going to be okay?
oh, it may.
And I'm sorry to the planning board members who already have a meeting that week.
What's the difference? Wednesday
I
or
know.
Thursday?
I'm good.
I know. You know what? After this event is over, we'll take some time off. We don't have to meet. So, all right. Anything else other than I'll take a motion to adjourn unless somebody does have something they need to bring up.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, Rich, you seconded. All right, I'll take a roll call vote. Mark,
White eye.
Lala,
Silver Chai.
Rich,
Is already aye.
and Reap I. Thank you, everybody. We'll pull this together. It'll all work out.